What's up, guys? So today's session is about finding the best diet for you, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, trying to gain weight, you're trying to lose weight and gain muscle. So the best thing you should always find is what are you trying to do? The first thing usually you have to do, you have to find your body type. But if you manage to, if you usually can't find your body type or you don't know what your body type is, there's ways that you can find it using your height and your weight. But in this scenario, we're just looking for general, vague, best foods diet that you can have for yourself. If you're trying to lose weight, the best thing you should do is decrease carbs, right? Decrease carbs, have higher protein. Your protein gives you your lean, it gives you a little bit of energy. Most of your energy comes from your carbs. So it's very important that you don't eliminate carbs. You should usually have a balanced diet because everything kind of gives you a little bit of everything, anyways. But in a situation, if you're trying to gain muscle or gain a little bit more mass, very important that you, like this little thing right here, rice has high carbs, and carbs is always going to give you some sort of energy, especially if you run. If you do endurance training, rice is not your enemy. Not your enemy. And there's this myth that rice makes you fat, but anything in high amounts will always have some sort of side effect. So if you eat now carbs, rice has a lot of carbs, but if you eat it in a high amount, you'll always have some sort of side effect. So the best thing you should try to apply is making sure that you have it in moderation and you have it very little if you're trying to just gain weight. If you can have it high when you're trying to gain weight, have it in moderation if you're trying to maintain or lose weight, just to give you that extra energy. But essentially, the best thing you should be doing is protein. Your protein is your best friend. You should find a way to have protein in any such ways you can. If you're a vegetarian or you don't eat meat, tofu and soybeans have high amounts of protein. So always make sure that you kind of apply that to your diet. It's like very important. Then you have your fat. So the way you break it down is if you're trying to lose weight or be lean, you got high amounts of protein, medium amounts of carbs, and just a little bit of fat should be there. Fat is also very essential as well, right? Especially your good fats, especially your avocados and the fat that you see around meat and things like that. So those are very important, right? So you're looking at this meal right here. This meal is usually the meal that I have. That's like my dinner. So you got your Korean, a little bit of Korean beef right there at the top for my protein. That's at about 150 right there, just of protein. So obviously that's my dinner. So I already hit my protein from way back. Then you got like a couple cups of rice there, right? Got some green scallions. Then you got your seaweed salad. Now, seaweed salad is packed with good nutrients. And I like to, again, just to make sure I don't have so much rice and I'm just not packing my plate with rice, I supplement it with something else, right? Which is the seaweed salad. So if you guys are finding yourself eating too much or you have no time and you're eating too much rice, just supplement it with something else, whether it's sweet potato. Um, we're just talking about how the best nutrients that you should have or the best diet you should have depending on your goal, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle. So I have this example here from my plate, my dinner I had last night, delicious by the way, which is I got my carbs, I got my fat, and I got my seaweed salad, which is just packed with multiple nutrients. My fat and my protein is usually coming from my meat. Obviously, my carbs is my rice. And for me, I'm trying to maintain or gain weight. So if I was trying to lose weight, if I have to flip it, I'd probably decrease my rice, maybe just like a cup of rice or half a cup of rice, and then I would probably put a little bit more protein just to feel more full and not be so hungry. Thanks for joining the live. Right? So we're just looking at it as like nutrition and fitness is one of the most enjoyable things. So you do not want to make it so complicating, and you don't want to make it so tough on yourself. Hi, thanks for joining the live. Hello, hello. Right. So when you want to enjoy something when you're doing something a little bit tedious, or when you're just starting out, when you're starting out into this lifestyle, your fitness journey, the most enjoyable things that you can have is your nutrition, is your meals, is the thing that you kind of look forward to, right? Hello, hello, how are you? Thank you, I'm good. I hope you're good too. So make sure that you're doing a little bit of your research. The most basic thing I can give you on this live, I'm not trying to make it like a session, is that if you're trying to lose weight, decrease the carbs. I'm not saying cut the carbs, because carbs is very essential for energy. So if you're trying to cut carbs in general, you may find yourself a little bit more just you don't have a lot of energy on you, right? So always try to increase, just at least put a little bit of carbs on your meals and stuff like that. So like you have, people have cheat meals or cheat days actually. It really shouldn't be recommended that you have a cheat day. If you have a cheat meal, that's a different thing, right? A cheat meal is usually one meal, while a cheat day, you feel like you can, well, cheat yourself through the day. And that's like, you know, so make sure you're having cheat meals, not cheat days. Make sure you're enjoying a meal that you maybe even thinking about for the whole week, for the whole month, and it's just been on your mind all the time. Once you satisfy your cravings, you continue with your journey, right? But essentially, once you get into your journey and you start kind of rolling on, and you start understanding that a cheat meal can happen once in a while, and then you feel good, and then you're back to your, you know, nutrition shouldn't be so tedious. It shouldn't be suffering. It should really be enjoyment, right? You should be enjoying your meals, because when you begin your journey, you're not really enjoying the workout consistently so much unless you it's built into you already. But then one thing that people look forward for is the cheat meals, right? So once you kind of understand how your body works and what your body needs, it just becomes simple. You just you eat. You don't have to go and measure your food, weigh your food. I've never been a fan of weighing my food and stuff like that, because I just feel like it's just like it's like you're doing math to eat. Like it just doesn't make much sense. So I think the most thing you should do is you should your enjoy your meal and have it as a supplement and as a reward for yourself. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So we're just talking about meals and the best way to deal with your macros depending on your goals. If you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, and be more athletic, have more energy, right? Certain macros, certain supplements and stuff that will benefit you. Um, Carbs is essentially your energy. Protein is essentially your muscle builders, and fat is essentially where a lot of your nutrients are stored. So, however way you know deal with yourself and how your fitness journey is how you're going to kind of maintain your diet, and or how you kind of have your meals and how you kind of break that down, depending on you and what your goal is. Right? So you have your essentials. You also have other things like, you're if you're a bigger guy and you're trying to lose weight, you decrease the carbs and you increase the protein to maintain that muscle, right? You increase the good fats, right? And obviously mix it up. You mix it up with your training as well, and it should blend well together depending on your diet. So diet is like 80% of people's fitness journey. So if you're not working on your diet or if you're not kind of taking it seriously, it's tough. Now, I will admit eating healthy is a little bit more pricier and then obviously eating out, but that's also kind of depending on how often you eat out or how often you order, right? So when you're actually breaking it down and you're doing your groceries, there's some things that, like for example, the other day I went to Walmart and I got myself those delicious oven baked chicken, and that lasts me for about 2 to 3 days. Cut it up, freeze it, add some rice, call it a day for like 3 days, and that's the meal. Get some carrots, cut up the carrots, roast it, right? So, however you're breaking down your meal, it can be very simple and it can be affordable, right? So, like, even if you're having a cheat day, if you're gonna have a cheat day, you just have to make sure that once that cheat day is over, you're putting in work for a while because a cheat day catches up to you faster than a cheat meal, right? So, like, when you're looking at it as if you have any goals, anything to ask me, anything to help you out, hello, Nolan, what's up, man? How you doing? Anything I can help you out with? Make sure you guys are keeping tabs on your nutrition, keeping tabs on your meals, enjoying your meals. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm out here trying to teach people how to eat a little better. What's up? What are you doing, man? Make sure you're enjoying your meals, guys. Make sure when you do your grocery, you're keeping tabs on all this. It's good, man. It's good. It's good. How's your nutrition plan? Are you into fitness, Nolan? You into where you from, man? Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, biking is like super good for you, man. How often do you bike? Like every day, bike to work, bike to school. I mean, biking is kind of fitness on its own, but I get what you mean. Don't worry, I get what you mean. It's nice, man. You bike to school, or you like bike to work, or you just bike just for fun? So all those who just joined the live, we just talk about nutrition, how nutrition is beneficial for you, and how it can be beneficial for for what you're doing. Excuse me. What type of nutrition you should be having, and to lose weight, gain weight, build muscle for energy. Energy is important as well, right? Um, Kimberly Rose, Kimberly Rose. I'm 29, and why is that a question all of a sudden? 29, 29. Yeah. So welcome to the chat. Again, for me, I'm trying to maintain or gain weight. There's my plate of food I had last night, right? There's some seaweed salad on the side, some lamb on the top, some seasoned lamb with some, Korean spices, and my rice and my carbs on the side right here. So, and obviously some green onions just to make it look pretty. Um, so here, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Nolan. So again, guys, a nice balanced meal is the way to go. Don't listen to those people. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta do this. Balance your meal out. Cut down carbs if you're trying to lose weight. Increase carbs if you're trying to gain weight. And enjoy your life. Enjoy your meals. I don't play with my meals. I enjoy every spoon that goes into my mouth because food is God given. And it is what, made us who we are with our food and our nutrition. So don't suffer when it comes to your nutrition, please. Take take that advice at least, right? Right. So anybody have any questions, anything to ask? Probably gonna cut the live in a couple minutes. Let me know. Ask me anything. Ask me any recommendations, anything at all. Obviously, eggs in the morning is cheap, it's quick. An easy protein and cheap protein is usually chicken. And avocados is essential for your meals, and you should be adding avocados to your meals, right? If you got anything to say, let me know. About to end it soon. Hello, 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 hello. All right, guys. Thank you for enjoying this live. I hope you got some stuff from it. We'll be back on later, and take care. Take it easy. Peace.